Caught in the middle of brutal rain and wind last night. Thankfully, tonight, one Metro man is alive to share his story. Forecasters say he was likely in the path of a tornado. I'm John Holt.
I'm Lauren Halifax. This is one of many harrowing stories we're hearing just a day after all that severe weather swept across the metro. Fox 4's Malik Jackson joins us live with how Jason Cupp's recounting his experience.
Yeah, John and Lauren, and before we get to Jason Cupp's story, we have an element to update our viewers on about his story. And this is confirmation from the National Weather Service from our own Joe Loria that this was indeed a tornado, what he experienced. And tonight he describes it as 20 minutes of pure terror, stuck in his truck in the middle of nowhere. The images tell one story that leave you saying, wow. And well, Cupp, he's just grateful to be alive. Here is the daunting radar image that set over Jason Cupp as he made his way from the Lake of the Ozarks back home to here in the metro, leaving in the early evening, not knowing just what he was about to encounter.
My phone went off, tornado warning. My car went off because I have OnStar in my car. And I knew that I needed to find a ditch. I knew I needed to be away from any tall trees.
And in a moment's notice, Cupp was surrounded by intense rain followed by even more intense wind. And for 20 minutes, he didn't know if he would live or die.
It was the scariest I've ever been in my entire life. I've never been more scared than I was last night. And I had my hand on the seatbelt and I had my hand on the door handle.
Thankfully, he did survive with winds topping over 60 miles per hour and heavy rain. It made for a frightening evening for folks down near Warsaw. Right now, the National Weather Service is surveying the area to determine exactly what happened, but at this point, it's believed this was indeed likely a tornado, one that caught Jason Cupp.
30 days ago yesterday, my dad passed away. And I got to tell you, I was sitting in that car and I was kind of going, okay, I'm not ready to go be with my mom and dad. This is not the way that my life is going to end.
And again, that information that just came in minutes before this broadcast that you're watching right now at home, that the National Weather Service has determined that this was, in fact, a tornado. Preliminary information indicates that. Of course, we will stay on top of this. And the best meteorologist in Kansas City, Joe Loria, is going to tell you more in just a second. John, Lauren.